Hey guys, welcome to the C3 Comic Show. So things have kind of happened here a little bit. Basically, Mike thought that he could take off for Vegas and leave us behind. Well, he did. And because Mike's not here, we got no show. We got no comic place to shoot at. Nobody's making picks. Even worse, nothing happened in the news, so I can't even make terrible jokes. But hey, we'll make do. So, here's Kyle's picks. Mike didn't even talk about this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters. Your childhood of the 80s in one cartoon. It didn't come out this week. It came out last week. Or 2 weeks ago, maybe. I'm not sure. It's out. You need to get it. That's all you need to know. By the way, anybody know there's a Slimer comic? Unreal. Well, instead of wasting all your time, Ternes has something put together. This is a Hop On episode. So let's hop on Harley Quinn.
In case you haven't noticed, DC has been featuring different variant themes from month to month as of late. October had monsters, November has Lego variants, and Harley Quinn is going to grace 22 different titles in her own line of variants this coming February.
But just who is this white-faced queen of comedy? Let's take a look at today's Hop On.
Harley Quinn has quite the backstory, both in her creation and character origin. She was originally conceived by Paul Dini and Bruce Timm as a one-time Joker stand-in for an episode of Batman the Animated Series. The story goes that for the episode Joker's Favor, the writers wanted someone besides Joker to jump out of a cake and take a group of policemen hostage. After seeing an episode of Days of Our Lives that featured a brief dream sequence with actress Arlene Sorkin in a Harley Quinn uniform, Paul Dini came up with the concept of Harley Quinn. Voiced by Sorkin, she was written into the episode, in which Joker ended up jumping out of the cake after all. Her popularity skyrocketed, DC added her to the mainstream comics, and the rest is history. 22 years later, and her books sell like crazy. Dr. Harleen Frances Quinzel was hired as a psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum and quickly took note of Arkham's most notorious inmate, the Joker. Joker took note of her as well, supposedly opening up to her and telling her she was the only one that understood him. She fell head over heels in love and ended up springing the Joker out of Arkham Asylum, eventually accompanying him on several of his adventures.
One could argue that the Joker actually does like Harley, considering she's one of the few cronies he hasn't killed, but it's not for lack of trying.
The relationship that Joker and Harley share is anything but healthy. She'll do anything for him, despite the fact that she's constantly slapped around, berated, and made a scapegoat by her puddin'. When she's not scheming with Mr. J on different ways to take the B-Man out, she's usually wreaking her own unique brand of havoc or hanging out with her gal pal, Poison Ivy. Harley has been one of DC's most popular characters of the last few decades, and it's easy to see why. Much like her boyfriend's nemesis, the Batman, Harley can change as a character to suit the story she's a part of. She's as much at home being a lovable goof in the animated series that gave her life as she is being a homicidal maniac in the Suicide Squad comics she graces today. Recently, she was given her own New 52 title, and this book could best be described as Looney Tunes meets Scarface to the tune of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. With her book being a huge seller and a rumored role in the upcoming Suicide Squad movie, it's hard to imagine that this sweetheart is going to take over the comic world even more than she has already. What's that? You can't get enough Harley? Here's some suggestions on what to buy to get the Harley Quinn fix. If you're looking for trades, we recommend Harley Quinn, Prelude's Knock Knock Jokes, Harley Quinn Volume 1, Hot in the City, Suicide Squad Volume 1, Kicked in the Teeth, and Batman, Mad Love and Other Stories. If you're more of a watcher instead of a reader, we recommend checking out the Batman Animated Series episodes Harley's Holiday, Mad Love, Harley and Ivy, The Laughing Fish, or the DC animated movie Assault on Arkham. Alright guys, that concludes this episode of Hop On. Thanks for sticking around, and if you have any characters you want to see us tackle down the road, let us know in the comments.
Tasty.